7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, welcome to Cambio. I'm Justin. This is our good friend Carson. We're gonna host this raffle event today. So first, we just wanna say thanks for being here right now. And more so, thanks for being a part of the Cambio family. We're super excited to celebrate you guys through this raffle drawing. And so a little bit more about what we're gonna cover just in the next few minutes. Carson, what can they expect?
Yeah, this is momentous for a couple reasons. One, because all of you are worthy of celebrating as you embark on this journey. Yep. Two, some of you are gonna walk away a couple $100 richer, which is really exciting. And three, we love to know why an organization like Cambio exists. What's the story here? It's a story worthy of celebrating, and it starts with the founder. His name is Blessin, and you might be able to relate to some of what he has to share. Check this out.
So where was I in life when my credit score plummeted to a 540? I had been working out of college for about 5 years. Didn't really know what I wanted to go do next, so I decided to go start a company on my own. But the one thing I didn't realize was how it was gonna negatively impact my credit score. Left a stable job, started this company, maxed out all of my savings, my 401k, which every advisor will tell you is the right approach, right? Within a 6-month period, my credit score went down to a 570. And in that period, the reality hit of saying, oh my God, how am I gonna go ahead and get myself out of this? The anxiety and the fear that you get when you have a credit score of 570, when you have items that go into collections, is real. You don't wanna pick up the phone. Every phone call is another collector who's potentially reaching out to you to try to go ahead and work with you, but it's a fear, right? Like, you don't wanna go ahead and answer that phone call. Whenever mail would come through, it would say past due on there. It would say the collection company on there. You don't want people to see that. Trying to figure out where to start to go ahead and repair my credit or rebuild my credit was a little bit of a challenge, right? I mean, you're in a situation where you go look online and there's about 30,000 different sources on how to go ahead and repair your credit. The main theme that I went and saw was you gotta pay down your debt. I didn't realize though that you can go ahead and dispute items that may have been erroneously reported on your credit report, or the fact that you may be getting double whammied on your credit report because a bank may have sold your debt to a collection agency, and that debt that the bank sold is still being reported on your credit report. The average credit repair company will charge you hundreds of dollars a month just to use their service. And the reality is, to rebuild your credit, like I said, my journey was 4 years to go ahead and rebuild it. This is one where you're probably working with a credit repair company for years. The best opportunities come through a problem that you're able to go ahead and address on your own. I went through the problem, I had the economic means, and it still took me a long time to go ahead and rebuild. So I put myself into a situation where I think about my parents. My parents are immigrants who work 2 jobs each. I think about them having to go through that struggle of repairing their own credit. And when they were living paycheck to paycheck to go ahead and make sure that we survived as kids, I didn't want them to go through that. So that's why we started Cambio, was we wanted to change the way that people were able to go ahead and rebuild their credit. The beauty is this, right? In the last 10 or so years, we have this thing, right? Your smartphone should be able to help you through this entire process in general. And why I started Cambio, the other part of why I started Cambio was this. We have apps to go ahead and help us deal with stress, sleep, eating. We don't have anything to go ahead and help us recover financially. And that's why Cambio was built. If we can provide that inside information, if we can make it so that it's easier for people to be able to go ahead and rebuild their credit through an app for a simple to follow process that they can do on their own, and they're able to understand they achieved it, they didn't have to go and lean on somebody else to go ahead and do it, that's what we're looking to go ahead and do. It's the hand up of saying that we're right there by your side to go ahead and help you rebuild the right way.
And now you know Blessin just a little bit more, and hopefully you love him just like we do. But we want to make this a dialogue, not a monologue. And so if you have something that stood out to you in that video, we would love for you to drop it in the comment section wherever you are. What did you learn? What gave you hope? What are you looking forward to in the future? And while you think about that, we're just going to share a couple quick things that we learned. One is that the cell phone is a crazy powerful tool. It's something that used to inspire fear in Blessin, right? Dodging calls when collectors would try and get a hold of him, and now he's saying, hey, we're gonna flip the script. We're gonna make this something that you can fight for your dignity, for your credit back. And I am so excited just that is the reality we live in today. What about you, Jay?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that I drew into that as well, is just this idea that he understands the weight of what it takes to rebuild credit because of his own experience. But there was just this one line that I thought he brought it all home on, and it happened so quickly you might almost missed it, but he was just like, Cambio's here to give you a hand up. I think the other side that he didn't say is it's not a handout. Blesson didn't need a handout, he needed help with a hand up. And so I love just knowing a little bit more about the why behind how Cambio as an app, as a platform, as a space to bring hope, how it's built. And so it was really fun to see his story. And so today, we're all here for one big reason. Thanks for giving us a few minutes to just talk about the why behind Cambio. But let's get to the raffle, and through the power of video in just a second, and Jazz hands, we're gonna show you who won.
Here we go.
Well, congratulations to the first ever raffle winners here at Cambio. We want to say thanks so much for owning your credit rebuild journey. And we just want you to know this isn't a one-time thing. We plan on being together on a little bit more frequent basis. So we're planning on being here in the month of October. You can find out more in the app, online. But hey, if you're watching us on one of these social platforms, you should be following us as well. So you can once a month at the very least be here to celebrate others and celebrate yourselves. And so have an incredible day. Thanks for being here, and we can't wait to see you in about a month.
We love you. See you next time.
That's way too much.
A little, just a little.